the United States of Egypt. Now, when the Most High gave me this, I really didn't. I mean, I kind of knew he was wrong, but didn't know. But as I began to study throughout the week, I understood this. Okay, this is what's going on right now. One thing we're going to understand that United States, not in so much that it's spiritual Egypt, where it carries the spirit of Egypt, and we know everything, even the United States carries all type of things, even Babylon spirit, everything. But it carries that Egypt spirit. But not only spiritually is it like Egypt, but even in a physical makeup, which we're going to learn today. Hallelujah. The United States of Egypt. Even though we live in Egypt, we are in Goshen. Say, we in Goshen. We are in Goshen. So no matter how crazy it may get, we are in Goshen. Say Goshen. Let's do it. Genesis chapter 47. Genesis chapter 47, verses 27. Genesis chapter 47, verses 27. And Israel dwelled in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen. Say Goshen. Goshen, and they had possessions therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly. Exodus chapter 9, verses 22 through 26. We lay the foundation. Exodus chapter 9, verses 22 through 26. And Yah said unto Moses, stretch forth thy hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and Yah sent thunder and hail and fire ran along upon the ground. And Yah rained hail upon the land of Egypt. Rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail and fire. Oh no. So there was hail and fire mingled with hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field. Only, say only. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel was there no hail. You have to understand, Israel became part of Egypt. When they came into the land of Egypt, they were even looked at as citizens, because Joseph reigned at that time. Remember, even though they went into Egypt, they had 7 years of peace under Joseph. Right? Hallelujah?
Yes.
They were under Joseph, they were living well, so they were able to set up shop in Goshen. But as time went on, the Bible says it rose up a Pharaoh that did not know Moses, or the Elohim of Moses, and began to persecute Israel. And in this time, the Most High heard Israel's cries. The Most High sent plagues upon Egypt. But even though he sent plagues upon Egypt, nothing touched Goshen. Say, nothing touched Goshen. 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 4 through 9. 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 4 through 9. For if Yah spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, and deliver them in the chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spare not the whole world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemning them with the overflow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Now you gotta understand one thing with Lot. If Lot would have stayed too long, Lot, a little Sodom got into Lot. A little Sodom, kind of tampered into Lot's household. Because you'll notice that when the angels came to Lot, that's why we're talking about being in the land and the Most High keep you in that land. But you also got to make sure you keep yourself.
Yeah.
Lot pitched his tent towards Sodom and his feet ended up where he pitched his tent at. Which way are you pitching your tent? Pay attention to the way you pitch your tent. Your feet will never go where your mind is not already been. Lot went into Sodom. It got so wicked and berserk. If you research and look into Sodom and Gomorrah, they were having sex out in the courtyards. Man with man. It was so wicked that the Most High had to send angels down to see how wicked this city was. When the angels came down, and just give you the backdrop of Sodom and Gomorrah. Because yes, it was homosexuality and all that, but it was also man with woman too. They were just having a nasty party. When the angels came down, Lot met them at the gate. Lot took them into their home, and the men of the city came knocking on Lot's door. What they said? Yo, Lot, let us in, man. Let us in. We want the men in there. They didn't want to talk to me. They wanted they behind. Bro, them angels like, you might take this in blood, bro. You ain't no, bro. No man ain't. We ain't want to talk about it. They wanted the men, the angels that came down. It wasn't just grown men that came to the city, but if you research, you'll see the young boys, 15, and 16, and 12 came and wanted to sleep with the angels. Lot, this is how you know Sodom got into him. Lot turned and offered his daughters to the men. Now, a real father, a real man, I don't care what type of situation you in, I will offer myself before I offer my daughter. But Sodom got into it. He said, listen, these women had not even known the man. Mind you, they were married. So that means their husbands was down with them. Because if they were married and they didn't know a man, why they husbands don't sleep with their wives? And Sodom got into their house. You'll notice when the Most High brought Lot's family out, only Lot and his two daughters came out. The husbands were still in there. That goes to show you Sodom got into it. But Lot hesitated. Angels like, yo, listen, bro, this is so crazy. The man's trying to knock the door down. They spoke blindness on the men. They couldn't see. Angel turned to Lot, yo, bro, you gotta get up out of here. We about to just straight destroy this city. I know we only been here 5 minutes, but this is enough. One sin, listen closely. One sin that will destroy a nation is homosexuality. The Most High despises that sin. It's so much that he does not go send a prophet when it's time to destroy that nation. If he hears about it, go destroy it. Nineveh was as wicked as Nineveh was. The Most High still sent a prophet to go preach to him. Nineveh was skinning the Israelites alive and making lamps out of their bodies, all type of stuff. Most High still sent a prophet. He sent angels down to Sodom and Gomorrah. He was like, nah, we ain't even about to preach to them. I'm not saying you don't preach to, homosexuals or lesbians. Not saying that. I'm showing you how much of an abomination this is. Because it totally pushes the Most High out of the picture. So Lot hesitated, and it wasn't only Lot and his two daughters, but his wife left with him too. But y'all know the story of his fight. His wife ended up looking back, turned to a pillar of salt. Lot then went and ran. And he asked. Lot didn't even want to run away too far away from Sodom. He loved Sodom so much. He asked the angel, can I just run up here to this little city of Zoar? So close, but yet so far away. I still want to be able to look on Sodom. I still want to be able to put my hand back in it if I wanted to go. End up going into Zoar, end up sleeping with his daughters. Sodom got into him. Be careful who you are around. Be careful who you associate with. Either they are pulling you or you are pulling them. It's a tug of war match. Whoever pulls with the most consistency and the most power always wins. So you gotta ask yourself, who's pulling who? If this person is in my life, am I influencing them or are they influencing me? Now you gotta understand why people are in your life. Some people are in your life to be a blessing, to be an influencer, to be a mentor to you. But you have to understand the purpose of that person. If a person is sent into your life to be you befriend a person, and the Most High says you're supposed to mentor that person, well, your job ain't to be their friend. Your job is to be their mentor. Hallelujah? Yeah. Just want to give you a side. And deliver, verse 7, just like vex with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Now notice the Most High still called them righteous in spite of all that. That goes to show you our measure of righteousness is not the Most High, even though He requires more. That's why we have to understand the mindset of the Most High when He says perfect, holy, righteous. Hallelujah. Yah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to punish them. No matter how crazy it's going to get here, the Most High knows how to keep His own.
That's
Hallelujah.
Right. Hallelujah.
Psalm chapter 32, verse 28. Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. For Yah loveth judgment and forsaketh not His saints. They are preserved forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be, say shall be, shall be, will be, most definitely will be cut off. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Most of us know this scripture, probably know this verse by heart. You know, because when it comes to proving us, boy, it's a verse you use. What about this? They can't mess with this right here. Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to read verse 1 and then I'm going to go down to 68 just to get context. I mean verse 14, not verse 1. But it shall come to pass, I know Deuteronomy 28 talking about the blessings and the curses of Israel. So Israel, if you obey the law, statutes, and commandments, these things are going to happen. If you disobey, these things will happen. Well, we're going to deal with the curses, one of the curses. But it shall come to pass, Israel, and if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim, to observe to do all, say all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, and all, say all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt. Say Egypt. That word Egypt is not the same Egypt that the Most High brought them out of. Because He told them, man, when I bring you out of here, you ain't going to see this place again in this form of bondage. But that word Egypt is translated to Mitzrayim. Say Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim means a place of bondage. Into Egypt again. Notice He said again. So this ain't talking about the first time He went into Egypt. Again, that word is key. I want to take you into the house of bondage again with what? Ships. Can't be talking about the regular Egypt because you didn't need a ship to go from Israel to Egypt. So He said, if you disobey Israel, I'm going to take you into a place of bondage with ships. By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, that thou shalt see it no more again, talking about the last Egypt, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. When it says no man shall buy you, it is talking about no man will bring you out of the state that you're in. So no matter how close a man gets from delivering you, the Most High said, I'm not going to give him that glory. I want the glory for that. So Martin Luther King can only take you out to a certain point. Malcolm X can only wake you up to a certain point. Marcus Garvey can only bring you out to a certain point. But I'm going to get the glory for it because I want to write my signature on this thing.
Hallelujah.
See, because when we look at the first Exodus, when the Most High brought Israel out of Egypt, me and the Ox were talking about this the other day. To make it easy, the Most High, he could have just killed Pharaoh and made Moses Pharaoh, because Moses was next in line. And Moses could have said, okay, people, you're free. But if that would have happened, the government would have got the credit for it. We would know the story, and Yah killed Pharaoh, he got glory for that. But when Moses became in power, Moses set the people free. But we know the story, and Yah set the people free. So instead of going that easy route, the Most High took them through plagues, parted Red Seas, and all that, just to bring them out so he can write his signature on it. To let people know, when you read this, this is about my deliverance.
Hallelujah.
And how great will the second Exodus be? Because he said, you know me as the Elohim that brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. But it's going to come a time where you're going to know me as the Elohim that gathered Israel from the four corners of the earth, brought them out of captivity, brought them out of the state that they were in, and brought them into the promised land. That will be amazing.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Even the fact that we waking up out of the state that we in. It's all glory to the Most High. Exodus chapter 13, verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day, which ye came out from Egypt. Now notice what he calls Egypt. Out of the house of bondage. For by the strength of the hand of Moses, Yahuwah brought you out from this place. There shall be no living bread be eaten. The Most High wants the glory. Now you got to understand the reason why when the Most High gave him this curse and told him, I'm going to take you into Egypt, or the house of bondage again with ships, is because, remember, Egypt was Israel's first captivity. So every other captivity every other captivity associated with Egypt, because that's what they do first. Man, they was in Babylon. Man, this is just like Egypt, but probably worse. When they came out of Babylon, went into the Persians, man, or the Assyrians, man, it's just like Egypt, but probably worse. Every state they were in, they always compared it to Egypt, the first captivity. So the Most High said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. So let's get into it. Is America spiritual Egypt?
I believe so.
Is America spiritual Egypt? Can a city be spiritual? I'm like, whoa, wait. Can a city be spiritual? Yes or no? Yes. Anybody say no? Can a city be a spiritual place? Yes. Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And when they shall have finished their testimony, speaking of the two witnesses. Who are the two witnesses? Israel and Judah. And if you haven't heard that message, go back, listen to our message. We break it down. How it cannot be Enoch, it cannot be Moses. It's impossible that it's Elijah. It's only Israel and Judah. Hallelujah. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that is in and out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them, and kill them, and their bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually, say spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord, or Yahushua was crucified. Now this is not talking about America. But I'm giving you this scripture to prove that a city can be spiritual or spiritual characteristics of an ancient city. Hallelujah. Because this America holds a lot of spiritual characteristics, not only of Egypt, but also of Babylon. Say Babylon.
Babylon.
And we went into depth about Babylon with Sirk and all that. Hallelujah. There are many parallels with America and with Egypt. There are many parallels with America and with Egypt. I don't know how that little button popped up like that. But this is America. You heard that song? It's a powerful message in that song. But this is America. So how are they coincide together? Israel ended up in Egypt because they sold their brother Joseph over to another nation. Just like America. Israel came into this Egypt. Why? Yes, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But the way we got here is because our brothers sold us over. Don't you think for a minute that it was only Africans that sold us over. Our Hebrew brothers played a part in that. In so much that the tribe of Gad, if you go and look at research it, the tribe of Gad over in Africa, which is a Hebraic, quote-unquote black Hebraic tribe, Gad came out and apologized for selling us over into America. Same thing happened in Genesis. The way they got into the first Egypt is the exact same way we got into this second Egypt. There's a lot of parallels. Say a lot of parallels. Every nation that had Israel in bondage was a mighty nation. Say a mighty nation. Egypt had power, wealth, and influence in the world. Just like America. Remember, couldn't no weak nation come and take Israel into captivity. Y'all gotta understand, we were men of valor. When people heard us, they feared. They trembled. When they heard our men walking, the Israelites is coming. Gather everything. Because not only do they fight, but they Elohim fight for them too. They be cheating. They feared us. So couldn't no weak nation come in and just overtake us. That's why every nation that had us in captivity, they were always at the top. They were always ruling the world, running the world. Why? Because we had to, the Most High had to raise up a great nation. He didn't raise them up just to make them look good. He raised them up because of our disobedience.
Our disobedience.
Not only to take us into captivity, but also to provoke us to jealousy. To always remind us, Israel, this could be you.
But you
tripping. This could be you, but you're not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Or you think this America is beautiful, the land I've got for you is 10 times beautiful, but you have to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Egypt was known for their great buildings, false religions, and worship of man, just like America. Freemasonry is the white version of Egyptology. That's how they tie together. If you look into Freemasonry, all it is Egyptology whitewash. That's all it is. Yeah. Same Elohims and everything. Even with the physical makeup of America, it's built just like Egypt. Even in its physical makeup, this America is built just like Egypt. Let's look. What is this right here? The seal of the United States of America. Right? You see that? You know that's America. Where did they get that from? Egypt. That is an ancient Egyptian seal that the Egyptians used back in the day.
Wow.
Same bird. It's holding different things. Freemasonry, Egyptology. Same Elohim, just wrapped in different wrapping paper. Washington Memorial in the pagan Egyptian obelisk. I don't know how to pronounce that. Obelisk. Yeah, no, I'll be crazy words. I'll make it up myself. Obelisk. I ain't right back like I was not to be. Obelisk. This is the Washington Memorials. Now, if you look, I know kids in here, but if you look deep into this is a phallus symbol. Well, don't worry about that. I'll tell you when you look. This is a phallus symbol. I'll tell you when you get home, King, I promise. So, understand how America and Egypt ties together. Let's look at this. This here is what you know as the Nile River. Say Nile River. The Nile River splits through Egypt. Now this whole thing here is not Egypt. Egypt is up there at the top. You see Egypt? Egypt is up there at the top. As you can see, Egypt is split. The Nile River splits Egypt. One side of Egypt is about 60 to 70% of Egypt, and the other side is about 20 to 30%. Right? That one river splits down Egypt. You can see it over here too. Egypt is split. In America, we have the Mississippi River that flows, where you can see about 60 to 70% of the United States is on one side, while you have 20 to 30 or 40% on another. Now that's just a start. Because if you look closer to the Mississippi River and to the Nile River, you'll see a certain city that sits on that river. And that's the city of what? Memphis. Memphis is up here. Memphis is right down there. Sits right on the river of Egypt. America had to adopt the ways of the Egyptians because they had to figure out how did they keep these Israelites in captivity. What did they do? I mean, these Israelites built the pyramids without straw at times. They were able to put together things. Yeah, the Egyptians are smart and they did some things, but don't think for a second we had nothing to do with that. Man, these are Yah's people. Let's utilize these people. And they brought us over into this Egypt and we built this whole land. We can't get along for a house. But that's one of the curses. Most I say you shall build and you shall not even live in the land. You shall plan on even getting nothing from the yard or the vine. But we ain't no longer in the curses, we in the blessing. Hallelujah. So I wanted to show you all that. for a reason. I just wanted to point you how how Egypt and America are so much alike. Just to tie into what is going on today. You got to understand, right before Passover, the plagues came. Right in this new year that we are in. This year, because remember, the Most High has his own calendar. He don't go by the January New Year, right? Where it snows and it dies and you're miserable. He like it when the butterflies is flying and things is coming and it's looking nice.
Life.
It's just so lovely. He said unto you, this will be the beginning of months. But while we're tying these two together, we have to understand and pay close attention to the first Exodus. Because by paying attention to what our ancestors did in the first Exodus, we can know what to do in this time. Hallelujah. Remember, before the Most High freed Israel, and we talked about this before, he had to get a connection with them first. Why did he have to get a connection with them? Anybody? Why did he have to get a connection with Israel? Because they were in captivity. They thought, the Most High forgot about us. That's why when Moses came, not only telling them the Most High would deliver them, but Moses even had to convince some of them that they was Israel. So we see how Moses felt. When you go to your family, try to tell them, you gotta understand, this is talking about you. And that ain't talking about us. So the Most High had to get that connection back with them. And he did that through the signs. Say the signs. The signs, the wonders, the plagues. All that was to draw a connection with Israel. We'll get more in depth on this on Passover. But remember the three signs, right? One of the signs was he went and grabbed the water and poured the water on the ground, and the water became what? Blood. And it was a sign to show Israel at the Most High, I did not forget them throwing all your babies into that Nile River. I remember what they did. And because they killed your babies, I'm going to kill all their firstborns. That sign spoke to them. So when they seen that, Moses didn't have to say nothing. That's why the Most High said, these signs shall be a voice unto them. So when they seen that, they was like, man, he didn't forget. He remembered. So in that same thing, before we go into freedom on Texas, the Most High is trying to get a connection with us. That's why these hurricanes follow the slave and the slave trade. So the Most High can tell, I remember all the blood that was shed in the oceans. I ain't forget Israel. But Israel is so mad at the Most High, because why we had to go into slavery? Why is this? Not understanding who they are. Why we always got to suffer? Most High reminded them, I did not forget Israel. I remember what they did to you.
Yes, sir.
I remember the crack epidemic. How they pushed crack into your neighborhoods. And when they pushed crack into your neighborhoods, your uncles went to prison and jail for selling it, and your aunts were strung out on it. I remember what they did to you. Someone released opiates on them. We gotta pay attention to the voice of the signs. These things didn't just happen just to happen. There's a voice within these signs. After the connection happens, the redemption has to happen. Where was the redemption part of the first Exodus? Huh? Say it again.
Accepting that he was the I am.
Accepting he was I am. What else? What was the redemption part in the first Exodus? The blood. Passover. The lamb's blood. Israel had to redeem what they did. If the Most High would have came and rescued Israel out of Egypt without dealing with their sin, he wouldn't have been a righteous Elohim. Because the Egyptians could have held him accountable and said, "You wrong. You judging us for what we doing to them, but we did not put them in this place. They put themselves here because they sold their brother over. They got themselves in a situation. So the Most High took them through the whole Passover process. And the Most High made them do to that lamb everything they did to Joseph. And the Most High told them, listen, this last plague ain't just for Egypt. This last plague is for you too, Israel, if you do not repent.
Come on now.
If you do not get it right, if you do not change your ways, if you do not repent for what you did to your brother, if you do not repent for your sin and your wrong ways, this final plague that will kill the firstborns of the Egyptians will fall at your doorstep too. So not only if you don't follow it, but if I don't see the blood, I will not pass over. The same man is today. The way we get redemption is through Mashiach. Say Mashiach. And without Yahushua, there is no way of redemption. You can't get in with your knowledge. You can't get in with your fringes. You can't get in just knowing, who I am. And I know all the history from front to back. And you can know all that. A man can know that from Genesis to Revelations. But know this, except the man be born again.
Hallelujah.
And there we go. The redemption process. I believe that's where we're between right now. The connection and the redemption. The connection is the Most High still trying to wake Israel up. Because remember, his goal is to bring the two sticks back together. That's what this is all about. All this stuff that's happening in this world, it's about you, Israel. I know it's hard to believe that. How is it about me? Who am I? Who am I? You're the apple of the Most High's eye. You're the apple of his eye. What do you mean, how could it be about you? It's always been about you. But no matter how much of an apple of eye you is to him, if you disregard his son, there is no making it in.
That's right.
That's the order. Yah, Mashiach, Israel. Not Yah, Israel. Because we get to Yah through Mashiach. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. No man comes to the Father except by me. And if you try to get in any other way, you're a thief and a robber. So keep all your knowledge, keep all your wisdom, keep your fringes, your own dresses, and your head wraps. If you don't have Mashiach, all that is in vain. The last part of the first Exodus is the freedom. Say the freedom.
The freedom.
How many people waiting for the freedom?
Me, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. See, there's a difference between freedom and deliverance. I thought I had it up here. But freedom is deliverance from the system. Freedom, well, deliverance is being released from captivity. Deliverance is being released from captivity. While freedom is being free from the oppressor. Deliverance is being free from oppression, while freedom is being free from the oppressor.
Yeah.
So when they came out of Egypt, they were delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Most High used the hand of Moses to deliver them out of Egypt. But they weren't free. Because even when they came out of Egypt, who was running behind them? The oppression. They were delivered, but it wasn't free yet. Even after they, the Most High swallowed Pharaoh up, they still was not free.
Their
Their
mind.
mindset. Some of us are still in love with Egypt. Some of us still love the ways of Egypt. Some of us crave to go back to the ways of Egypt. I be this, man. I used to do that. Let that man die. Let that woman die. Because by doing that, you're just walking around with a shovel, just waiting to dig him up.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. And you shouldn't be touching the dead body.
All right.
Let that man die. If any man be a Mashiach, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away, and behold, all things have
All
become new.
things.
Freedom. Freedom cannot happen unless connection and redemption happens first. If Israel did not follow the steps of the Passover that Mashiach put in place, they wouldn't have been free.
Mm.
It's the reason why he told them to follow the steps of the land, which we'll do a lesson on. He told them, eat it with bitter herbs. He told them that for a reason. Because Jacob told Joseph, your brother's bitter as you. It's the reason why he told them to put the lamb in the pot with no water. Because when they threw Joseph in the well, there was no water in there. They had to replay what they did to their brother. Because if they didn't redeem that or repent of that, the Most High said, I'm not delivering you out of this. Because I'm not an Elohim that will bring you out in the midst of your sin. Repent of your sin, then I'll bring you out. So it's the reason why they had to go through those steps in order to experience the first Exodus. And it's the same today. Before we can experience the second Exodus, we have to have a repentant heart.
Yes. Hallelujah.
We have to get right with the Most High.
Got to.
All these things that's going on, the plagues that's going on, the judgment that's going on. Don't fret. He said, when you see these things, look up. For your redemption drawing nigh.
Hallelujah.
Your redemption is here. And it's through Mashiach. Not only through Mashiach, but also following his laws, statutes, and commandments. See, I only got to teach laws, statutes, and commandments because we know that. But for some reason, when it comes to foods, you got to teach Mashiach and the truth. Because they forget about that. Oh, they got the laws, statutes, and commandments down pat. But I'm beginning to, what? Laws that I go on 16:13, I can quote them. But what do you know about Mashiach? What do you know about his healing power? What do you know about his blood that protects you? Revelation 14 and 12 don't only say, here is the patience of the saints, those that keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. He said, here is the patience of the saints, those that have faith in Mashiach first, and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
So you can truly keep the laws without Mashiach. Remember, you can't have a prescription. You can't walk around with the prescription, or you can't walk around taking no pills without the prescription on the bottom. The prescription does nothing for you. You need the physical form that was written, which is Mashiach. That pill is the physical form which was written to heal you. When you go in your prescription in, that paper can do nothing for you.
Nope.
You can put it on your body, you can put it on your head, it will do nothing until you go change what was written into a physical form. And then use that physical form for your betterment. But even when you go get the physical form, you don't just throw out the prescription. Because the prescription got to go on the bottle. Because if you walk around with pills without a prescription on it, you're using that illegally. The prescription represents the law. The pills represents Mashiach. You can't have one without the other.
All right. Hallelujah.
So yeah, we know law, statutes, and commandments, but I'm keying in on Mashiach because I don't want us to forget about that part. Because you can know laws, statutes, commandments, but if you don't know Mashiach, he said, I will declare, I don't know you either.
Hallelujah.
You deny me now here, I'll deny you before the Father and the angels. So yeah, make sure Mashiach know you. And it's not important. The most important thing, it seems like it ain't you know Mashiach, make sure he know you.
That's right.
Because if he don't know you, you can't get in. But Mashiach, I know you. Mashiach, we did these things. We healed in your name. We cast out demons. Come on, man. I was at the Shabbat every week with my fringes on, with my hair wrapped. Are you? Come on, what? You should be telling me I can't get in? Nah, I don't know you. That's how you gonna be. See, you know when he gets school, Mashiach did it. You know this dude? Whose man's is this? Nah, bro. Go out there with the weeping and gnashing of teeth. Because you thought you could get in just with your works. Man, without having faith. That's why he told them, that's why they came. When he said, many will come to me saying, we did this, we did that, we did this, mentioning their works. Thinking their works can get them in. But he said, you neglected one thing. See, he said, I never knew you, means I never had a relationship with you. Oh yeah, you did those things, but you did it without a relationship. You thought you wanted to claim you on Shabbat, but live like a whore Monday through Friday and Sunday. No, it don't work like that. He said, I never knew you. And you thought you was keeping the laws, but you really wasn't. Because you can't truly keep the laws without me. That's why he's going to declare to them, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. Iniquity is lawlessness. So this is a 3-step process. We are here, connection and redemption. We're waiting on that last part, y'all. But we can't get to that last part until we master these first two. Listen to the signs. It's not shit. You don't supposed to be panicking during this corona thing. You're supposed to be praying, okay, Most High, what's the next step?
Hallelujah.
What do you want us to do? Where are we to stay? Stay in the house. Okay. I wouldn't ask your body if you told me not to.
That's right.
The one thing about me, I'm not even impressed nobody. As long as my wife and kids ain't on somebody, I'm cool. That's all that matters. So the Most High tells me now, on Shabbat, we can't have Shabbat. But that's why we be preparing for this time. Men, teach your home, teach your families,
Right.
Mothers, if there's no father, teach your children.
Right.
So that if this time comes, it ain't a shock to us. It's nothing. We do this every 4 Shabbats anyway.
We good.
Hey, sit up the board, let's have Shabbat. That's what they did. But now you got Christians that don't know what to do because they can't go to a building. That's because their relationship is in the building, but not the creator.
All right.
So because they can't get to the spiritual crack house,
Oh, wait a minute.
because that's what they are, they're crack houses. They spiritual crack houses. Because you got a lot of spiritual crackheads out here that's looking for a fix. They're looking for a word just to get them by for 2 days. Just tell me something good, something good, it make me feel good. And then, once that high die down by Wednesday, oh, I need another fix. Oh, let me go turn on my favorite televangelist. Oh, that's that high, I feel I'm good. So why did the crackheads, the churches have become the pushers? This is crack houses. The pastor are the pushers. I will not be your pusher. I'm here to tell you what thus saith Yah. And if you don't receive it,
You all
I'm
buy
going
it.
about my business. Because I'm not here to convince you, I'm here to tell you. What you do with the information is on you. But we've been preparing for this moment. This corona is nothing. It's nothing. Because no plague shall come now God's way.
All right. Hallelujah.
Do we believe the word or no? See, do we believe the scripts or not? When it says no plague, it means no plague. I mean, even so, you might laugh, but I put that scripture up for these big roaches y'all have down here. No plague will come now our dwelling.
Oh.
I only spray demon. I put Psalms 91 out there too. Because I stand on that scripture when it comes to that.
What?
Yeah, come on. I seen one. You said no plague. I know y'all be like this dude is crazy. But no plague means no plague. So while they pushing out fear, you sit back. Because this is not our whooping. We've been getting our whooping for 400 years.
Abused.
Hallelujah. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
5 minutes is a long whooping. 400 years. And it's amazing how it's happening right into this new year. Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, somebody is looking forward to January. Most times I don't even know what day y'all on now. I'm now. This is now. That 400 years up. No, I didn't say the Exodus is coming after that 400 years. I said I got to judge that nation first. After I judge that nation, then y'all going to come out with great possessions. Then so much that other nations is going to start recognizing, wait. These people are Israel. We got to help them out. Then so much they're going to try to help you get back to the land. We don't believe the scripture. Oh, we not. Don't be talking about all you spiritualizing it. Talking about no plagues are coming out here. That's what it is. My Elohim said it, I believe it, I stand on it. Ain't no come on walking up in here. Keep that out there. I work in the prison and everything. I go, they be worried. They folks be having whole Power Ranger suits on with gloves and masks looking like Shredder. I mean, you know what you're saying. I can't even hear you behind the mask. I'm not telling you don't take precautions. It's okay to take precautions. Just telling you what I do. Now, I'm not going, somebody sneeze, bro, back up. Don't do that.
Don't
right?
do that.
But I don't need to be walking around with a whole suit when I got Psalms 91.
All right now, hallelujah.
I believe it like I do.
All right.
That is my suit. The suit I got is the whole armor of Yah. I got my helmet of salvation, my shield of faith, my sword, my breastplate of righteousness, my loins of truth, my shoes of peace. I'm covered. Say I'm covered.
Cover.
So every morning you wake up, dress yourself with the armor of Yah.
The full armor, hallelujah.
Worried about no corona. Corona can get her corona behind the body. Continue to let the judgment fall.
Hallelujah.
But I will be protected in the ark of safety. Hallelujah. Come on now, I'm supposed to be going. Y'all need me hype. Let's go. Exodus chapter 9. Let's reread it. 22 through 26. And Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch forth thy hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and Yahweh sent thunder in hell, and fire ran along upon the ground, and Yahweh rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail and fire mingled with hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. This has never happened since this became a nation. This type of pestilence has never happened in this nation. And this is just the beginning of woes. Oh, y'all think this? I think this big? Somebody said birthday. It's the birthday. Now, I'm not a woman, but I've been around my wife when she had birthdays. It ain't shit. No. You know, you might get the Braxton hits. This is the Braxton hits. Wait till the contractions start. And then wait until the seed is brought forth and the earth rejoices because Israel is in its right place.
All right.
The Bible says that Israel will, out the earth is going to rejoice once Israel gets back into the land. The earth is going to bring forth buds and beautiful flowers. Yes, Israel is back. It's in mourning now. Why? Because Israel is scattered. I told y'all we agree with earth. That's why our hair grows up to the sun. It tries to reach the sun because it agrees with earth. When plants are alive, it grows up. Anything that's dead grows down.
Up.
So stop trying to get that silky. I'm just playing.
You haters.
I love you. I'm just playing. I love y'all. Hallelujah. I love y'all coaches. I'm just playing. All right. And the hell smoke throughout the land of Egypt. All that was on the field, both man and beast. And the hell of every herb in the field and break every tree in the field. Only in the land of Goshen. Say Goshen. Where the children of Israel were, where there was no hell. Stay in Goshen. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Stay in Goshen. Do not come out. Some of y'all like, well, you brought me out. I was in Goshen. Goshen is my house. You ain't Goshen in here too. Don't worry. Being in Goshen means you're in the will of the Most High.
Yes.
Goshen from the Hebrew means drawing near. Drawing near. Now the Bible says as you draw nigh unto Yah, he will draw nigh unto you. So while Israel was in Goshen, they were getting close to Yah because they were understanding who they were. Because remember, Moses was preaching to them. They were understanding who they were. So as they found out who they were getting to know their culture again. They were getting to know Yah again. They were getting close to him. They were drawing near. And as they draw near unto the Most High protected them and kept them from all the plagues. So all the lights went out in Egypt, but Goshen was lit up. The frogs spread all over Egypt until you hear a croak over in Goshen. The goats died, the sheep died over in Egypt, but you heard bad over in Goshen. No plague touched Goshen. The water turned to blood all throughout Egypt, and you see that now. But in Goshen, that water was as pure as spring water. Because they were in the right place. They were drawing near unto Yah. So when I say stay in Goshen during this time, it is your job, it is your duty to draw as close as you can to the Most High in this time. That's how you stay in Goshen. Israel had to stay in Goshen. Grace, say grace. Grace literally means the camp. Not them camps. I ain't talking about all of them. Some of them, not them camps. But it means in the ark of safety. Israel had to stay in Goshen in order to remain safe in this hour of judgment. Now understand what grace is. The Most High said that our first mention of grace in the scriptures is with who? Noah. Say Noah. The Bible says that Noah found grace with the Most High. That word grace is favor or the camp. He was inside the gate. That's why the ark was a form of grace. It was a ark of safety. That's why you got to make sure you are in the house. What house? The house of Israel. Because being in the house, this is the only safe place. And when I say house, ourselves, in relationship with the Most High through His Son and following His laws, statutes, and commandments. If you're doing that, you're in the house. In this time of judgment on Egypt, it is important that we, Israel, stay in Goshen, drawing near to Yah by fasting. Say fasting. Fasting. Remember, we did the message. The biggest enemy on this earth is me. There's an enemy. Your flesh is your greatest enemy on this earth. I don't care how much you can stand a person on your job, your flesh, you gotta have that same energy towards this flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Crucify it, kill it every day, because his job is destruction.
That's right.
Spirit wars against the flesh daily, but fasting crucifies that flesh. Fasting brings that flesh under subjection. Remember I told y'all, we did 7-day fast, right? I told y'all I'll get my flesh 2 days after the fast is going to start acting up. A day and a half went by. Somebody cut me off, man. I ain't cut. I was ready to fight them. If I could have just fought him and just hit him and roll off, I probably did that. But that was flesh. And I just thought to myself, I said, I just got off a 7-day fast. I'm back. But that shows you got to fast continually. 7-day fast ain't going to last you no whole month. That's why you got to make it a lifestyle of fasting. Try to fast at least 1 day out the week. Most I want to dedicate this day unto you. That's how you stay in Goshen. Praying. Say prayer.
Praying.
We did a lesson on prayer. The direct line of communication to the Most High. We talked about how you pray. When you pray. Who you want to pray to. We pray to the Most High Yah. We don't pray to Mashiach, because Mashiach said, when I leave, you're not going to ask me nothing. But you should ask the Father everything in my name. Say my name. So that don't mean you leave Mashiach out, but you can't get to the Father if you don't go through Him. I just want to emphasize that, with Bruce, because, they got the law, statutes, and commandments, but Mashiach, it seems like they always got an issue with that. They want to question that. Not understanding that is what's going to keep them out of the kingdom, man. Meditating on His word. Talk to y'all about this. Let the word play in your house. Let it play. Let it be on continuous play. Even if you got the TV on watch, let the word play. You're going to let it play silently through your house. And you will see how the word just gets into your ruach. And you'll just start thinking on the word more, thinking about the goodness of the Most High, thinking about scripture, quoting scripture, because that's the word going into your ruach. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Maintaining faith while producing works.
Producing work.
Maintaining faith while producing works. Not producing works without faith. People can't do that, but your works are just going to be burned up in the fire when it comes down to it. Remember, He said some of our works are going to get burned up in the fire. For example, one of the works that might get burned up, Most High told you to go out and feed the poor. So you go out and feed the poor, but you want to record the poor man. Like, look, here, take this here. You see how I'm doing the work for the Most High out here. No, you already received your reward. All the lights you got on that, you got your reward. There you go.
Boom.
So when you stand before the judgment seat, that work was put to the fire, is getting burned up. Make sure your works is pure at all. I ain't doing this for nothing but to praise the Most High. I ain't doing this for accolades and hand claps. Because if I do it for accolades and hand claps, I'm going to have to keep doing it for accolades and hand claps. That means I got to pay attention to how many claps I get to see if that was the right thing to say. No. if the Most High has validated you and told you what to say, you should be bold enough to say it no matter what.
No matter what.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Have faith in this day. Be encouraged, Israel. This is not our end. This is not our whooping.
That's right.
As I told you, 400 years we got our butt whooped. We got our butts, beat the brakes off us. Came over here, slavery was released, Jim Crow released, prison industry, we getting killed by police. It's 400 years, it's over. It's our time now. It's our time, Israel. Rise, oh Israel.
Rise.
It's our time. Hallelujah for being born in such a time as this. While it's our time, it's judgment time too. So you can't cry when the Most High bring down. This is what you prayed for. That don't mean you don't have a heart. But the Most High is schizophrenic. Hold on, did you pray for this? I'm giving it to you. Now you want me to stop? Nah. Whenever Israel prayed against their enemies, they prayed against it and stood up. Most High bring judgment on this place where we at. Most High brings down. Oh, Most High, please have mercy on them. No. It's judgment time. It's judgment time. They wasn't praying for us when we was getting our whooping. But see, that's that, what syndrome is that? Stockholm syndrome that we got. That we just go, no, we got to, the Bible says, love it, even if they spit on you, just, no, they spit on you, fight them to the death. Now, we out here doing the work, and, even if we doing the work, pray for me.
Pray for me.
Somebody spit on me, bro. You got to pray for me later. It's time to get busy. Hallelujah. We ain't no punks. Israel is no punks. We men and women about it.
Hallelujah.
The men can be out fighting, the women will be in there praying. Praying Peter out. Peter suffered persecution. The women, if the women did not pray, Peter still probably, well, not probably now, but he'd have been locked up. Husbands, utilize your wives for prayer. Listen to your wives, husbands.
All right. Say it.
Let me say that again.
Yeah, please.
Listen to your wives, husbands. It's important because the Most High may be trying to tell you something, but because you're so stuck up in pride, you can't hear it. Now, Most High says, you know what? I'm going to use his wife to speak to him. Pray that the Most High don't harden your heart against the word that he speaks to your wife. Because there's a lot of things my wife can see that I won't see. And choose not to see.
Choose not to see.
Yeah, choose not.
Choose not.
Your wife, listen, that woman too close to you at the job, bro. Oh, come on. She just about, come on, you tripping. She just my friend. Going good and well, that woman got intentions. It's the reason why your wife pointed that out. Oh, see, you always stripping. No. Take heed. Wives, listen to your husbands.
Yes.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Amen, baby.
Amen.
Listen to your husbands. But that's not really I'm not going to speak very, that's not really the problem really with wives. Wives will listen, but when it comes to wives giving some advice to men, we kind of have a pride on taking it sometimes.
A little bit.
And it's the reason why the Most High has placed her in your life.
It's the reason.
To be strong where you are weak. Now, with saying that, women, you don't use that as a time or a weapon for manipulation.
Right.
Manipulation is witchcraft. So you see your husband doing something, but you want to try to throw something in. No. There's a lot of things when it comes to the ministry that I don't tell my wife. She knows because I can't tell her. I can't share with her. Not now at least. No, you're not going to be able to know everything because there's some things the Most High said, keep that to yourself. Not that your wife will just run off and tell it, but she probably can't handle it right now. It's not my job to, if another I come in and talk to me, to go tell my wife about it. No. Tell my wife that all the time, now, baby. That's between me and me.
That's right.
I don't go asking her, what the sister say?
That's right.
Now, if she want to come tell me, she can.
Right.
Even sometimes, and she can tell you. She can get ready to tell me, I say, you know what? Don't even tell me that.
Right.
Keep that to yourself, pray on it. And if the most I tell you, come tell me, then come back and tell me.
Right.
Because we have to learn how to protect each other.
Yep.
You got to know when to speak things into your wife. You got to know when to listen to your wife. Why? You got to know when to speak things to your husband. You got to know when to listen to your husband. It's a balance. And you can't get mad, because wives get mad when the husband want to tell them some stuff. Why I can't know? Because you just can't. It's not for you. I love you. Yeah, I know you say you love me. I ain't my wife. But I see women like that. They get mad and then miss something, just like David's wife. David's wife was upset when it did. She was so woke. Now, every time a woman walk past your husband, that don't mean your husband is interested in the woman. Stop being insecure. Hallelujah? Hallelujah. The hallelujah is just thinning out. So let me just, we getting on some stuff. During this time, it's going to be imperative that our tribe within our home gets strong. During this time, as I told y'all, do not just go and buy food for your home. Buy food just in case another family may have to come stay with you. Hallelujah. See, if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for the Exodus. See, because part of the Passover process, if you go back and read, the Most High told Moses to tell them, don't only take a lamb in for yourself, but even for another family, if they can, take that lamb to their house, and then basically y'all split the lamb. Now, if a family was like, nah, I ain't doing that with them, they wouldn't have made it. We got to get out that mindset. Don't let the term tribe become something cool. We mean that when we say it. We are a tribe. We are walking in unity. The line is being drawn. You ain't going to be able to go to church on Sunday and come to Shabbat no more. You got to make a decision. I know. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. You know why? Because there's people in this walk that need you. But you. Men in this walk that needs your wisdom. But you. Young women here that needs your voice. But you. I'm afraid what they gonna think though. I'm afraid what they gonna say. They waiting for you to move. Once you move, you won't even understand the masses that will follow you. When I say follow, I use that loosely. Because they're waiting for you to make a decision. Be prepared for your families to come to you and ask you what's going on. Are you ready to give them an answer? A response? Well, this is that. Let's open the word. This is going on. That's going on. I'm able to explain that to my children. I want my children to be able to go explain that to others. It's that time. If we come out in your tribe as a whole, but even within your families. Husbands and wives, the arguing got to stop. It's getting to a point, it got to stop. How are you going to live and dwell amongst brothers and sisters when you can't even live and dwell amongst each other? You gotta stop. Somebody gotta take the low road. You know what? Let's do this. And let the other person listen to what they're saying. It's time. The line is being drawn. I don't know if y'all remember. Now, I think it's recorded on the lesson. But I said, something is coming. I said about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I said, I don't know what it is, but something is coming. We gotta get prepared. There's no plane. And I, with emphasis on, I don't know my exact word, but I said something is coming. It's gonna shake this nation. And we here. This may be the new normal where we may only be able to assemble once in a blue moon. Can you survive over that? Do you have enough word in you to survive on your own? It's time. No more excuses. We're going to get this thing going, and we're going to start. Hallelujah. Any questions on the lesson? Because I want to mention a few things. So I want to get you out of here.